I find it fascinating, all the different ways that we learn laws in Judaism, all the different ways that we derive them. Sometimes we get the classic, God comes on the mountain and says, thou shalt not kill, and gives the tablets to Moses and all of that. But sometimes we get very, very different sources for the laws that we learn. And that's the case on Daf 15 of Moed Katan. We actually are learning the laws of mourning from a ruse. So what is this ruse? This was a case where Yoav, the general of David's army, wanted David to forgive Avshalom, his son. And he was trying to get this point across. And so he turned to a woman in the city of Tekoa, who was this wise woman, and he asked her to pretend to be a mourner and to go in front of the king and make up this whole case. And then at the end, after the king gave his judgment, he says, no, it's not actually about me. I'm just pretending. This is actually about you and your son. So he wanted to be able to get the king to see this from a different perspective, from an objective source, to the way he would deal with one of his people rather than dealing with himself. But we see from the way the woman dressed up to make herself look like a mourner, we learn that as the laws of mourning. So we actually have an example of this woman making herself look like a mourner and then go before the king. And therefore we learn from that all of these different things about the way a mourner should look and act. So it's very funny that where we get that, we don't have a lot of instances in the Bible that say, a mourner dresses exactly like this and acts like this. But we do see in the ruse this woman making herself up to look like a mourner. So from that we derive that that's how the laws of mourning should be implemented.